A common question that we get is, how do I know if my child is truly ready to potty train? Is it going to be successful? Tell me more, Caitlin. How do we know?
So one of the biggest things that we see is with older kids is when we're talking with the families, they are talking about potty training and what was happening and a little bit about infancy. And we realized that the kiddo was symptomatic during infancy. They were having difficulty getting poop out. It wasn't an easy thing. And then parents were like, maybe they heard some advice or maybe they just wanted to potty train. So they kind of barreled through it and pushed through it, thinking that the potty training would help with the constipation. That actually is the reverse thinking. So the thinking is, if your child is being challenged by constipation, is being challenged by any kind of digestive issues, that is absolutely the wrong time to start potty training. So I just want to be very clear about that, because that's one of our biggest things that I think we both talk about is that if your child is struggling with any kind of digestive or toileting things, that would be the wrong time to start potty training.
Absolutely. So we want to make sure that your child's not straining to poop when they're pooping in their pull-up pre-potty training, that they're pooping on a regular basis, and that it's not challenging for them, and that they're getting it all out.
Yeah. The position sometimes is something that family members want to know about, like, well, what if my child is not in a mini squat when they're pooping in their diaper? Does that kind of mean that we shouldn't potty train yet? Not necessarily. There are several nuances that we can look at. But the biggest theme is make sure that your child is getting poop out on a regular basis, and all else will kind of fall into place.
Yeah. I think the other thing is parents want to know, what method should I use? There are so many methods and opinions out there. Instagram can be overwhelming. The internet can be overwhelming. And so really choosing one that resonates with you and your child's temperament, I think is really important to set you up for success.
Yeah, as a family, you need to figure out your own parenting style, how you and your children communicate and function, and then find a potty training method that fits with those things. If you are trying to use a method that is very different than your parenting style, your child is not going to be receptive to it, and it's going to be an additional hurdle that you're going to have to overcome using a method that is not synonymous with your parenting.
And then I think finally, you have to be ready. And so I think so often we think, is the child ready? Are they old enough? Is it the right time? Are there any other stressors going on in life, like a new sibling coming soon, or changing beds, or a new school? But also you need to be ready emotionally and have the time and capacity to commit to potty training.
Yeah. If, for example, you are hearing from like the daycare teachers or other people in your life that your child is absolutely ready and you need to do it now because you're going to, quote unquote, miss the window, give yourself some grace to say, I'm not ready for whatever reason. You can't do it right now, and that's okay. You are not going to miss the window. If your child doesn't have any major physical limitations like constipation, then they can potty train at any time once you kind of start implementing those new skills that they will learn through potty training. But yeah, give yourself some grace to be flexible. If you have a vacation in a month, do you want to be potty training right now and have to work through those new potty training challenges on your vacation? Probably not. Yeah. Grace.
Yeah, I think grace is our overall theme. There's not a specific time or specific way or specific method that you need to go by.
Yeah. I do want to say there are kids that we've seen in the pre-potty training years where we are working through some nuances like what I mentioned before, strength. Maybe they have a big belly that they can't activate their core or their posture. Maybe they have some differences between their legs in terms of strength or alignment. Yeah, those can absolutely all be factors as well. So other things to consider, but not necessarily the big theme. The big theme is make sure your child isn't constipated and make sure that you have a method that suits you and make sure that you're ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're here to support you as you continue forward.
Thanks for being here.